A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go. Check smash. Check smash.
A man coming off a great rookie year. It's Dameon Pierce. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, today, of course, not just the start of a new campaign. It's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans. Twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
Warriors 70.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's the fourth-year man, J.K. Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Jackson. And down he goes. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Mechie. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
8 yards there on a first down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Play action. It's Jackson going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
18 rattlers. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
On first down, here's Stroud. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
And Stroud now to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Stroud now on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Pierce now up the middle.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll go play action here with Stroud.
On the move to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
from 10 yards out.
And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for.
And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha, Scott! No.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there.
Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ready? Ready?
Stroud sets up the play action.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Stroud working out of the gun. This will be complete to Mechie.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Stroud and company going for it.
That is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Stroud. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL started. Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a third.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks. They try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
48-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Becker. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more, flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of down.
That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
40, 70. 19 right.
Now Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Jackson now. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17-all. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold them.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Buying time to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. That is caught by Dell. Touchdown, Houston. Take Dell with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Play action. It's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play action. Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. Play action. Stroud now. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Now, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Looking deep here for Mechie. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go.
Open man Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. Quez Watkins, 26 yards. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken out of bounds
offense all the way down near the 35-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Pablo 18! Ready?
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Looking deep here from Mechie. That is incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. To the right side and caught by Dell. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We're watching drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit.
Oh, no, he lost the football. fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This is 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Here's Jackson.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
It's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Forced out to, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Jonathan Grenard in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Here comes 2nd down. Jackson to throw. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Middle.
Jackson. That is caught.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he runs it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On a quick.
No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that too. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
A 43-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock, and they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So in a teaching moment here, overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Hand off right side to Pierce. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. Here's Cameron Johnston now on for a very important punt here in overtime.
Nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? In trouble, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. The Ravens send their punter out now. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in a tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Stroud to throw it. Got his man, Dell. And he'll have a 1st down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with...
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their 1st drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Man, what a battle. I mean, what a game this has turned out to be, Charles, as we're going to have now a 5th drive here in overtime.
I don't know how they're doing it out there because the focus, the concentration, that has to stay as high as the intensity, and it's hard to do with how hard-hitting this game has been. But at this point, you've got kicking in your background. Can you go down there and put one through the post so we can all go home?
I don't think they want me down there, but of course we've said it multiple times. That's all it takes right now. 3 to win it.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Texans are going to win the football game.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home, so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Houston, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.